years, I did disaster preparedness all wrong. Preparedness isn't about accumulating stuff. It's about people, it's about decisions, systems, and adaptability. We've had nearly 15 named storm systems in the PAR this typhoon season alone. That's a lot. We've had a very active storm season, and it's not over yet. Look at the Metro Manila area. I've seen videos of people chest deep, water up to their armpits. If you accumulated a bunch of stuff and thought you were prepared, that stuff, that gear, is either underwater or it's floated down to the next barangay and somebody else has it by this point. If you're prepared, you're constantly thinking, okay? You've got to war game it. That's what I call it. That's what we called it in the military, war gaming. I'm constantly thinking about what my next steps are if something happens. That prompted me to write a book this year about sheltering in place. It's called Riding Out the Storm. If you go over to the Preparedness Pulse Facebook page, you get a sneak peek at the cover. In this book, I want to help you make the decision of whether I should shelter in place or whether I should go somewhere else. Should I evacuate, go to either an evacuation center or to a hotel or to some other municipality or go to family? Now, when you make the decision, you don't get married to that decision, all right? Things happen, and even when you thought you could shelter in place, things happen, your decision has to change. That's not a failure on your part. That's adaptability. We have to improvise, adapt, and overcome, as we used to say in the military. So, while stuff is important, especially your water storage and your food storage and any other kind of gear, the mindset is where I want you to be. Welcome to Pulse Points. In this series, we're going to just have a conversation, you and me. We're going to talk about different topics that are going on. And today, I want to talk about that preparedness mindset. So, over the years, I've accumulated lots of stuff. I've got all kinds of gear, all right? And it's useful to me because I know how to use it. But what if I'm caught somewhere else? Okay, yes, I do usually have small items with me that'll get me home. And we can talk about that as the series progresses. But all the stuff in the world doesn't matter if you're not with it. Now, at home, you do need to store water and you need to store food. And we have a saying, store what you use and use what you store. I know people that have boxes and boxes of big cans of freeze-dried food. It's hidden all over their house. But, one, if they don't have the water to reconstitute it, or if they don't have the means to cook it, means nothing. Or, if it's a bunch of stuff that they don't like, they're not going to want to eat it. You don't need to spend money on MREs or big cans of freeze-dried food. Store what you use. We all eat rice. Store rice. But make sure you store it in a way that it's going to be preserved. Canned goods. You can store those canned goods, but we need to rotate them. Okay? When you come home from the store, just buy a little bit extra each time. Put those in the back, move the other ones up to the front. Okay? Store what you use and use what you store. Now, in my book, I've got lots of checklists on what to do and things that you need to have on hand at the house. But also what's important are helping you through those decision points as to, should I stay at home and shelter in place, or do I need to evacuate? I've got lists of resources. Always check the actual authorities. Agencies like Pegasa, the Philvolts, DOH, all of those agencies that have the real information. Social media is good for passing some things along, but could be a lot of misinformation, could be a lot of fear-mongering out there. Okay? So make sure your source is a trusted one. What else should we talk about today? This is our first installment, and let me know if you like this format. This will be sort of unedited or minimal editing. Let me know what you'd like to talk about in the comments. Okay? So like I said, lots of flooding up in the Metro Manila area. You need to know when to stay and when to leave. Keep that mindset, and we'll have more conversations like this. Thanks for stopping by for this first installment. This is Preparedness Pulse, and I'll see you on the next beat.